Hello and welcome to another video. So I'm on another Fred Whitton training ride. I've got another 5 hours to do this week. I've decided not to go as high as I did last week, which at this point in time I've not released that video yet and I'm not too sure if I will, because it was just me moaning, legs are on fire. In that video I mentioned that I did a lactate threshold training session the night before and how it ruined my legs, and guess what, I've done the same this week, but the next 2 weeks it is swapped about. So I'm just in Ramsbottom and I'm heading over to Bake Up, Ebden Bridge, and then I'm going to take a view of it from there. And we've got a special guest coming meeting us today on today's video. I won't keep it a secret because obviously it's probably in the thumbnail, but Scott from Cycle the Nation is driving over, parking at my house, and then he's riding up to Ebden Bridge. Yeah, he doesn't want to do, well, he can't do anything because he's just had an operation, which I think is crazy going out on the bike, but yeah, each person knows their own body, and if I felt like doing it, I'd do it as well. But yeah, anyway, let's get moving because I've got 2.5 hours to do another 25 mile, should piss it. So yeah, let's hopefully have a nice ride. Now, the weather looks like it's going to turn on me today. Do you know what, right through these training sessions I've had nothing but bad weather. I've had everything: snow, ice, rain, wind, hail. The only thing I've not had is bleeding lightning. Right, let's get going. How beautiful is this spot though? Pretty gorgeous. I'd love to live up here. Well, it's been about 10 miles since I come back with you. I just got carried away with myself while my legs are feeling good. So a little bit of admin before we get properly into this video. If you've been enjoying my content on the Fred Whitton, or if you like my content in general and you're not yet subscribed, please press the subscribe button and also press the like button if you can. So this week's training so far has just consisted, well, not just, it's consisted of, on Monday I did a lactate threshold session. Tuesday I had a rest day. Wednesday I had a 60-minute endurance ride, which I was hoping to go out for, but I couldn't get on the bike till late on, and at that point I just thought might as well jump on turbo and spin it out. Thursday night I had another bonus rest day because it was my dad's birthday. I went out for a curry, which was nice. And last night I had my lactate threshold, which, just rewind to Mondays. Mondays was 4 5-minute sessions at 345 watts, and then last night's was 5 5-minute sessions at 345 watts. Where's this bleeding route taking me? I was just on that frigging main road. Oh, for God's sake, I need to analyse the routes. Yeah, then I've finished off with a 5-hour ride today. I was just on that bleeding main road and it's brought me off just to come up this bleeding thing. Anyway. So yeah, all in all, it's been a decent week. Next week though, get back to normal, because the last 2 Thursdays I've had my mum and dad's 70th birthdays, which I did mention in the last video. Oh, for God's sake. Do you know, I just keep having to remind myself that I need to trust this coach and what he's doing's right. because I need to be bang on form for the Fred Whitton. Now, so for those of you that don't know Scott, I have given him a shout out in a video before, but he's done multiple Fred Whittons. He lives up in the Lake District, constantly challenging himself to do bigger and better things on the bike. And he's also recently, as he mentioned in his last video, world record holder, officially a Guinness World Record holder for visiting. I'm not going to say all of them because he missed one out, and I didn't watch that video, but I will do. But he missed one of the counties out. But other than that, he visited all the counties in the I don't know if it's the UK or England. Yeah, big achievement. Apparently in a week he did something like that. Well, we're getting to tell him some more about that himself. Right, I need to get my cycling head on because I don't want to be late. One thing anyone will tell you about me is that I hate being late. And this route, I don't know where the hell it's taking me. No, it's taking me up to the Bleeding Bridle Way. Right, I'll figure this out and come back to you in due course. I have a clue where I am, but look at that. Bleeding gorgeous. Mike's not switched on, so the audio's going to sound a bit crap. I've come through Rottenstall, and I'm assuming anyway I'm heading over the hills over to Todd. At least I can't remember anyway. Coming up here, I've rode in this area loads. I've done 30 mile and 2,300 foot of climbing, and I think Ebden Bridge along the route anyway to meet Scott was at 35 mile. So enjoy the ride, I guess.
Being the typical idiot that I am, when I rolled into Ebden Bridge, where I was meeting Scott at the cafe stop, I forgot to have my camera recording, and we sat there for a good half an hour just chatting all things cycling, and yeah, we had a decent chat, and yeah, I didn't really have the camera recording. So you're going to join us in the next scene at the bottom of Crag Vale, making our ascent up and over Crag Vale and down into Blackstone Edge. So roll next scene, and let's find out a little bit more about Scott.
So, say hello to Scott. Scott, sorry, say hello to everyone. So, I met him, we just had a coffee, and yeah, we were just chatting. Look, his bike, custom painted. What, it's a Defy?
No, it's a joint TCR.
TCR. Yeah. He's on a 3652, 1134. It's a nice bike, I really like it.
Keep it in the big ring.
3 questions.
Go on.
Miles or kilometres?
At the moment I'm still miles.
Favourite mid-ride snack?
Mint cake or Trek bars.
And aero or comfort?
You can have both.
I'll take your word on that.
You can have an aero bike.
Yeah.
This is a good compromise. It's relatively aero.
Yeah.
The aero is heavy. If you like hills, you go for something like this, which has got long seat posts, gives you a bit of compliance.
Yeah.
And tell if I can do over 1,100 miles in a week on what is effectively a race-ish bike,
yeah,
to be comfortable.
So that was his world record I was telling you about before. How many miles did you do?
1,142 in 8 days.
8 days, mental.
Yeah, 2.5 Everest.
Yeah. And last question, favourite climb?
Ooh. Favourite climb? Wow. You're asking now. So far, I don't know. It depends on the day. Great Dunfell on a good day is probably the most beautiful. Kirkstone Pass is great.
Yeah.
Saturday because it gets steeper the harder you get up. I've not done this yet, but this is a nice easy one, isn't it?
Yeah, it kicks up. So he lives in the Lake District. His training roads are the Fred Whitton. So you can imagine what kind of rider he is. It puts into perspective where we are. Although I was telling him earlier on about the climbs round Hebden Bridge, some of the steep ones. So hopefully over the summer we'll get together once he's injured. Injury's recovered, and I'll show him some of the bigger climbs.
Sounds like my kind of deal.
You'll love it. Right, I'm dying. I'm not dying. I'm just...
Well, you've got some hours in your legs, haven't you?
Well, yeah, that's it. I'm not dying, it's just hard to do this and...
One arm.
Yeah, it's hard to do this and film.
Yeah.
So, I'll be back.
So once I stopped recording, going up Crag Vale was absolutely brutal. The headwind was horrendous, and it was just really hard to record anything. I was just fighting like hell to keep up with Scott, and also fighting against the wind as well. So we didn't do much recording, and then once we made our descent here and we got ourselves round Ollenworth Lake, the heavens started to open and I got absolutely drenched, and I mean I was soaked. You'll see at the end of the video my jacket is just, it's wringing wet through. Honestly, God, it looked like I just jumped into a pond. So as you can see, this is how bad it ended up getting, and the reason why I didn't record a great deal more with Scott. We was chatting, we did nothing but non-stop chat. Super nice guy. And I just gutted that I didn't get any of the tips we was talking about around the Fred Whitton. But what he has said, I messaged him last night, and if anyone's got any questions or anything that they want to know about the Fred Whitton, if they fire the questions down below in this video, he's going to do a video in the next couple of weeks which he'll upload to his channel. So go and subscribe to his channel, and hopefully it can help you out with any worries, queries, anything you want to know around the Fred Whitton, any in particular climbs that you're worried about, pacing. He is a super strong rider with plenty of experience. He was telling me about his world record what he'd done, and that just sounds absolutely mental. Over 1,700 miles in 8 days. I can't even comprehend it at all how people do that, but clearly it's doable. He's pushed himself to a whole nother limit. So anyway, in the next scene we're going to be ending the video. Hope you've enjoyed it, and as always, please consider subscribing.
So, it's the end of the video. My training ride I done. So yeah, end of the ride. I'm on 61.6 mile and so many feet will all be popping up here. Gonna go in now and get dry and do this interview for the Fred Whitton video Scott's doing. Please go and subscribe to it. You better do as well. There's Tash, there's Caden. Check his Tash shot, you can see it. What? Look closely, it's there, look! To be fair,
there's a lot of work with his 22 and he's similar, so you know.
So yeah, thanks for coming down, Scott.
No, my pleasure. Yeah, good to get out for a ride.
It's been good, although I am absolutely soaked and drenched. Clearly I've not come back to you. So yeah, end of the video. I'll see you soon. Take care, ride safe and all that good stuff.